They're gonna send you a text. Hey, hello?
The homework was already out yesterday.
No, it's because I didn't go.
No, you could go pick it up anytime. Your mom.
Oh, then she's picking it up. Hey, Alexis, I'm streaming. Look, watch me play.
Hold on.
What's your channel?
How free to be the boss, let me find out my team bullying.
9862 Pluto. And then you'll see Jose Garcia.
Is it Mighty Pluto?
No, just search up Mighty 862 Pluto and then it will show like a channel called Jose Garcia and that's mine.
Jose Garcia, not smart.
No, it's because if I did the Jose Garcia one, oh god, it wouldn't work.
Are you actually freaking... Bruh. I actually just passed my house. How could I not see a mansion? And I need to actually buy lights.
My parents.
It's way too dark. Okay, full doors that bump. Yes. Let's go, go. See, it's gonna be so faster. Cannonball. Cannonball. Cannonballs, cannonballs. Hey, you guys wanna hear something really cool? You guys heard that?
I took basketball with him.
Oh man, I never knew
Man,
that.
I almost lit it up at the table. Yeah. What you mean, ew? Girls fart too.
No, we don't.
She's never done it.
Doesn't happen.
Why, 'cause it's our first date, you act like you can't fart?
No, literally, I've never farted. Women don't fart. It's scientifically proven. What is with your infatuation with
Scientifically
flashlights?
perfect. Shut up.
She farts.
This date's over.
Scientifically perfect. Scientifically perfect. Scientifically perfect, my balls.
Exactly what your mom told me.
You need to go in there. That's not cool.
That's not right. Look, baby, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Okay.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Crazy, man. I almost lit it up at the table.
Why is everything chrome?
I don't have a sister.
Man, you got me feeling like the franchise boy, man.
Why is everything chrome?
Please, let me have a brother. I already have like 7 exactly 7 actually. Please, tell me I'm making a dad.
But I see a lot of teams. Man, I know how to handle up. I like the candle up. Make you put a banner up. Also 50 up. Make them tie the club up. Took your bitch out the game. I had to sub up.
Oh, so it looks like we're gonna make a PS4 player today. What is this? Toxic? Yeah, they can sometimes be toxic.
I just killed a dog. That shit was on dead.
You're not tired, but I want to sleep for 10 hours.
Can't they?
Wait, oh, you're not trying to sleep 10 hours. I should drive my Mustang.
What is this?
It's like
This is
kind of
quite full.
very good.
Damn it. Good at games.
Looks always hell. With the red interior, more like damn.
Oh my god,
Not bad. I
this
just
is
said
big.
oh, the interior and then
Wait, what?
red interior.
Oh, I'm
can't
so
even pull it
sorry,
up.
Xbox. 1 minute, let me
Man, I
pick
could
this up
drive
for
around
you.
the whole city, which is music like
Trash. Oh, so it looks like we're gonna make a PS4 player.
I'm gonna go to the gas station. Trying out a drift when I turn out on my house.
I'm watching them. So I was just watching a girl who's hello? Alexi, look at my stream. What? 862. guys, I'm gonna get off, okay?
Alex, look at my stream.
I'm gonna do the work, okay?
Oh, okay.
Well, I could
Hey, Alex, I'm
stay
gonna
and talk to you. I could stay and talk to you guys.
Yes, stay. Stay, Alexis. Alexis, I'm gonna send you something. Look at that though. Look at the thing. Oh, that is fine.
It's fine.
That is perfect.
Since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, they know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Ain't got your long, say I made her when I saw her.
Yeah, I'm still on.
Spend about 10 on my feet. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, you had to zip. Blind, back then, got a whole for the all on the ship. All these four things pull out the bill. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. You know how I drip.
Let me go get the charger.
Are you watching? What is it? He has an iPad?
Yeah.
An iPod. Okay, so this is not an iPod.
With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let
You have an iPhone
get my ways, think I need
and an iPad.
do if you were me and didn't have.
Actually,
Nick, what is it called?
I have an iPad, a PC.
I can't find it.
Now my dreams reality, not going back to
Can't you download Snapchat?
turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene,
What?
lights, camera action, living in a dream.
You could.
Yeah, Alexis, FaceTime me.
Step out, I'm
I gotta show you something. I gotta show you something.
had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking.
I need to go show you
For
something.
my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right.
Alexis.
Changing my side, yeah, we in it for life.
Okay, Alexis.
With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it?
Eden, it's because you paused the video. You paused you made the thing on hold.
Now my dreams reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach.
What?
Okay. You need my phone number? It's 219 302 7116 6. Das hier Institut. Yeah? What? Ethan, this is what I have done right now. I have this whole page. Yeah. And then I have 2 math pages done. Let me check. No. And then I finished this. Then I finished this. We could give each other the answers. Like all of us. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not at school right now. It smells bad. The Febreze. I don't like how it smells. Yeah? Oh, you got that toilet paper already? You're stacking up already?
Jerseys are nice.
Yeah?
And the Seahawks offense, 1st and 10, getting ready to go. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Harris Campbell, 50 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Should I blast it, Alexis?
That is Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I'm not gonna lie, the quality is shit. Hi.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Nick.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this a little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Hey, Nick.
He gets this to Devontae Adams.
On the math test,
some room
which
to
one do
run
we
now.
click? Since I already put
And he'll go
Fifth
down
grade,
the
which
for
one do we
getting
click?
this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about it?
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through and picks.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Oh, what the heck?
Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in. Had to on one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? You give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
I'm actually gonna do random, and then I'm just gonna flag it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. He spins free. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give him full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call...
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle, and even 60 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows. Now Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Out of the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Todd Gurley there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Let's switch gears, talk about Matt LaFleur and what he did in his first season as Green Bay comes back out here, Charles. 13-3, and really, by all accounts, exceeding expectations. A win over Seattle in the divisional round, and then that 49er run game, and Raheem Mostert did them in. But where do they go from here looking forward to Matt LaFleur's second season?
Yeah, can you believe 13-3 probably won't win Coach of the Year?
I know, right?
I know, John Harbaugh in Baltimore, Kyle Shanahan getting to the Super Bowl with San Francisco. But still, as you said, an incredible first year for a rookie head coach. I think where they go from here is this. Continue to fortify the offensive line because Brian Bulaga has been there for a while at right tackle. I think on the defensive front, they've got to get some more players there.
Like on these, all you need to do is like...
Raheem Mostert just ran them out of town on that one. And I think they've got to continue to find receivers for Aaron Rodgers. Because right now, it's Devontae Adams, the tight ends, up and down. The second receiver, third receiver, up and down. Aaron Jones out of the backfield is probably their most reliable second receiver.
Wait,
so
someone sent me a
If so,
message.
this team will continue to have success and continue to contend for Super Bowls.
Nick, did he send me a message?
14-7 our score.
Oh, it's a phone number.
Rodgers now to throw. Open here is Allison. That's complete. Rodgers to Allison. Good for him.
One there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical.
I'm doing this.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Powers through again. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Nah, just let me to get off, but this is
Jacobs now. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Is he playing?
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14 to 6.
No, I'm not getting off.
Alexis, is he playing?
that's
coming up at halftime. Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Harris Campbell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
319. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 319.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. They'll run it with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man is Addison, complete. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas?
The big fella! Touchdown! Packers! Jimmy Graham, 59 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league.
Dude, I'm kicking Nick out! Oh my god, I'm kicking him with this shitty-ass mic.
Whatever, but they're finishing the first half in fine style.
Time on the clock either. Well done. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And that one's complete to Gurley.
Can't you give her?
An excellent gain, 35 yards.
You're always like that. You're always like that.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Alexis.
Yeah?
They almost intercepted.
This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
Is a number.
On 2nd and goal. Mahomes to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. There you have it, another challenge
saying
and
entry
another
positive
victory. Now,
value
remember,
that
you can always
n
replay
for
challenges if
n
you
that
left any
makes
stars on the
this
table.
statement true. 1 times n is less than 1, but Wait, what do you greater say? than 0. What do you say?
Enter
a positive value for n that makes this statement true. 1 times n is less than 1, but greater than 0.
I don't know M's and N's.
No, I just need a number that's less than 1, but greater than 0. It doesn't make sense. 1/2? No, but it's
Welcome
less
in, everybody.
than
It's
1,
the coach with
but
you here
greater
today
than
for
0.
another edition of
That's
Madden
not less than
Ultimate
1,
Team.
it's equal. It's equal.
No, it says
1
is
and 1
less
is equal,
than,
right?
is less than 1, but
Is 1 and 1 equal?
Yes.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to walk one deep left side here.
Daddy, let's go, Daddy!
What a grab at the 8. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 52 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
1 more?
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It has to
So
be
the ball
1/2.
position now at the 3. And
Fucking get it, bitch.
not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Now here's Mahomes, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You could have put in the ball, that's what you could have did. Fucking you, shut the fuck up.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Now good hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
I'm on plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one. Knocked it away and brings up a fourth down decision.
We're toys a flag on us, huh?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way down to the 12. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Campbell making the catch.
Oh my God!
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
It's never any fun, Brandon, when you're the defensive team and the first drive of the game, you give up a touchdown. The key is not to get down. Make those adjustments and come back for your next series with the intent of shutting them down.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Next drive coming up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not sure what was going on this past season in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, but you think about the Eagles and these Steelers and the injury bug that bit both of them, it's really hard to fathom. If it's germane to the Steelers, though, the dreadful start really began with the injury to Ben Roethlisberger. Lost for the year after 2 weeks, and things, although they obviously picked things up later in the year, Charles, starting to go south right there.
I think their head coach, Mike Tomlin, not going to win head coach of the year, but to me deserves great consideration because 1-4 start, then they won 8 out of 10, and no Ben Roethlisberger quarterback. In fact, they went through, as we would count it, essentially 4 quarterbacks this year when you count Joshua Dobbs in the preseason before he was traded to Jacksonville. You end up with an undrafted rookie, Devlin Hodges out of Sanford, the Duck guy, Duck Dynasty himself. But this team, 30th in total offense. They've got a lot of work to do next year, but they get Roethlisberger back, get a healthy James Conner back, they'll be right back in the hunt for the AFC North title.
So even though Pittsburgh's had a lot of great playoff years under Mike Tomlin, you think maybe this was his most impressive coaching job?
To me, this team could have collapsed and just gone totally south with the 1-4 start and all the injuries that we were noting. They didn't do that. They continued to press and were actually in the hunt, in the thick of the playoff race until a loss to Buffalo at home. I believe it was on a Sunday or a Monday night, and that pretty much knocked them out of it.
And remember, they lost their first-round pick. They gave that away in the trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick, which some people questioned at the time. Turned out okay for him this year.
Turned out better than okay, and while they didn't make the playoffs, Minkah Fitzpatrick became an all-pro player. Finding his role in Pittsburgh, he'll be able to be at that level for many years to come for the Steelers.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald, 34 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. Twisting away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's up past the 20 to the 22. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before the...
And this is caught at the 20. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
He will push his way down to about 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk play.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive. It, as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Black 30. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most... The credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Well, you came up short in this one, but no worries. Select replay challenge and go get that win. We have hit halftime. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Mahomes now on first down. Catch made here by Campbell. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And just a small glimpse in 1. Mahomes now to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys gonna come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's
Alexis.
really well.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you don't.
And again, it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right. End zone
I just caught it one time.
Touchdown, Seattle. Terrell Owens, 30 yards. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl over here in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it.
Is Andy on? Alexis.
Going up with a single hand and making that happen. I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. First carry for James Conner. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brendan, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 70 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one taken from the 7. Bad return here. He getting the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw.
There's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Paris Campbell there to make the grab. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the line. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On 1st and 10 is Conner. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Stop eating like that!
Ben leaves to counter on the draw. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Dude,
the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Is that a hamburger?
Roethlisberger will throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. James Conner, the back, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Roethlisberger looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him know.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Mahomes now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Here's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved 33 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And this is Moncrief for the catch. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
All right now, 180. 2, 3, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. Moncrief brings it in. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better, but the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. All right, not the result that you were hoping for. Don't sweat it, though. You can replay the challenge right now or at any time later on. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man. And the Seahawks offense, 1st and 10, getting ready to go. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They look
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Paris Campbell, 42 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys, a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score on the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. He finds an opening past the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Alexis?
Again, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Moncrief. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15.
Alexis, do you get a pack and you do it again? Fuck around, Ethan. I'll hop at your party. I'm a game.